covering the villages for you. Here's Jill Winters and the VNN Lifestyle News Team.
Female veterans in Florida unite for a conference. Plus, we take you inside an art workshop. There are more than 580,000 people in Florida living with Alzheimer's disease, according to the Alzheimer's Association, and that number is expected to rise to 720,000 by 2025. June 21st, which is also the summer solstice, is recognized as the longest day, a global call to action to join the fight to end this disease. The longest day is one of the Alzheimer's Association's signature fundraising events, second only to the Walk to End Alzheimer's held in October. The Villages will have its walk October 7th at the Villages Polo Club. So far, about $77,000 has been raised, which is almost half of its overall goal. On the longest day, Watercrest Buena Vista in Spanish Springs held an Alzheimer's education seminar and an all-day fundraising event. That effort raised $1,350 for the North Central Florida chapter of the Alzheimer's Association to further research for a cure. Residents wore purple shirts representing the official color of the association. That event included a magic show by Dave Berardi. The magician performed several tricks that amazed those in attendance. Village of Pine Ridge residents Steve and Gina Waterhouse embarked on a cross-country RV trip to Alaska as they thought it was fitting to journey to the land of the midnight sun for the longest day. Gina has been living with Alzheimer's for the past 7 years, saying the trip was absolutely beautiful and they raised nearly $700 for Alzheimer's. Steve, who is a chairman for the North Central Florida chapter of the Alzheimer's Association, says the longest day is a sign of hope that maybe there is a light at the end of the tunnel for the millions of people suffering from this disease. For even more about Alzheimer's fundraising, take a look at the front page of Tuesday's Daily Sun. When Joan Bender and Dick Boyden moved to the Villages, they were inspired to fill a void they saw in helping others. This led them to the creation of Our Moment Cafe, which allows caregivers and their loved one with Alzheimer's disease or dementia to attend together.
For the caregiver, it's a lonely trip, and there aren't a lot of things they can do if they have a loved one with Alzheimer's and dementia. It's a problem. Their social network is broken. Many people don't want to do the same things they did. If they played cards, they can't do that anymore, most of them. They don't go out anymore. So it's really important that they socialize. The brain actually needs socialization. And so this is one way that they can have it in a safe, secure, happy environment. We're proud to do that. And we got 22 wonderful volunteers. We trained them because we are both also certified dementia practitioners.
We conduct a 2-hour training, which gives them the orientation in order to engage folks with Alzheimer's and dementia, and gives them a different skill set as a volunteer. So this is something that was we made mandatory as far as volunteering was concerned. And I think the result shows in that they're more engaging, don't feel any awkward moments, and they make people feel right at home.
Last year, the Village's homeowners advocates presented Joan and Dick with a plaque as Our Moment Cafe was selected as Volunteer Organization of the Year.
It was a special honor for acknowledging the volunteers that we have working in our program. But I think it's also symbolic for the people who volunteer throughout the community. And I'm glad that they took the time to acknowledge the value of what volunteering is. So we know what that value is for our program, and it certainly probably wouldn't exist without it. We're at capacity now. In fact, we have a waiting list. And what we're trying to do is encourage organizations in the Villages, church groups, that kind of thing, to begin their own cafe program, because it will certainly meet a need that hasn't been met so far.
And my dad always taught me, if you are fortunate, you give back. You do something to help other people.
Joan, Dick, and the group's volunteer coordinator, Carol Wolf, are certified dementia practitioners. Our Moment Cafe, which is a 501c3, meets from 2 to 4 p.m. on the third Tuesday at Chula Vista Recreation and from 1 to 3 p.m. Thursdays at Bacal Recreation. After this short break, female veterans join forces for a conference, so stay with us.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. An air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. The cleaning improves your home's indoor air quality, keeps your home cleaner longer, and can even improve the efficiency of your HVAC system. We want you to have the cleanest and healthiest indoor air possible, so call for a free inspection today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
This hurricane preparedness tip from VNN and WVLG is brought to you by The Villages Insurance.
Hi, this is WVLG staff forecaster Christopher James. Let's discuss the best protection against the dangers of a hurricane. It's simply preparation. Learn about your community's hurricane response plan. Create an evacuation plan with members of your household to minimize confusion and fear. Plan routes to local shelters and register family members with special medical needs. Evacuate if advised to do so by authorities. Avoid flooded roads. Standard homeowners insurance doesn't cover flooding. For info on flood insurance requirements in your area, visit the National Flood Insurance website at www.floodsmart.gov. And of course, listen to WVLG for live weather reports from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day, along with severe weather updates as warranted throughout the day. Keep listening for more information, including supplies, pet tips, and detailed information to keep on hand during hurricane season, presented by The Villages Insurance. And thanks for listening to Your Villages Soundtrack, WVLG.
For the very first time, the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs held its Women Veterans Conference right here in the Villages. It was the Tri-County Women Veterans who played host for the 9th annual event that brought female veterans from across the Sunshine State to the Brownwood Hotel and Spa. More than 160 veterans attended, and it all began with a meet and greet Friday night. U.S. Navy veteran Betsy Nolan helped plan this conference. She says the Tri-County Women Veterans were proud and happy to be asked to host because that means they are seen as leaders in the state and have been recognized as one of probably the biggest veteran groups in the state. The theme of this year's conference was 75 years of recognizing women veterans, since President Harry S. Truman signed the Women's Armed Forces Integration Act in 1948. The women had several opportunities to learn about U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs benefits and eligibility, as well as estate planning. Florida Department of Veterans Affairs Executive Director and retired Marine Corps Major General James S. Hartzell made a point to personally acknowledge and thank Tri-County Women Veterans President Sue Roper. After hearing about the organization, he was impressed as he witnessed their professionalism and camaraderie in person, saying this is what makes Florida the greatest veteran state in the nation, in his opinion. So he recognized Sue and her leadership and presented her with one of his Commander coins Saturday morning. Village of Marsh Bend resident and U.S. Marine Corps veteran Kelly Dobson says it's important to have events like this conference just for women veterans because it also allows them to know they are not alone. So she says they were able to meet others and share stories, making it even better. The Tri-County Women Veterans meet at 11 a.m. the third Monday of each month at Palmer Legends Country Club. This group is open to female veterans in the surrounding area, and for more information you can visit tricountywomenveterans.org.
Here's your VNN 5-day weather.
From the WVLG Weather Center, this is Christopher James with your VNN 5-day forecast. Warm temperatures ahead with highs in the mid to upper 90s, overnight lows in the mid 70s. Chance of rain on Wednesday morning at 30%, then Saturday, Sunday afternoons at 30%, here in Florida's friendliest hometown.
During the summer, the Village Art Workshops has Teaching Tuesday classes for area artists. On June 13, Kathy Mantell was teaching Batik, which is a watercolor on rice paper.
What you need is watercolor and wax and your rice paper. That's what you need to do this technique, and your design. And Kathy brings the design. She pulls it all together, and then we come in and we can change it a little bit, or we can just use her design. And then after it's all dry, we've done 3 coats of wax, 3 coats of color. Then we mount it onto a canvas, and so it's all ready to hang in a house or a business or something like that. The trick is the wax. You can't overdo it and you can't underdo it, and so you have to really be cautious. The first layer is real easy because it's a real light wash. The second one you do a lot of waxing because you outline your design so it doesn't fade into your background. And then your third layer is when you do the darks. You have to do really dark to make it pop. We did this last year with our Teaching Tuesdays, and we also are doing it this year. We have Kathy Mantell, we have Cindy Veneer, who is an acrylic artist for our Teaching Tuesdays. We have Annie Dotzer, who is our glass fusion, and then we have Corinne Kapinski, who teaches alcohol ink. So that's 4 Tuesdays of every month. Each one is different, and they're only one day.
The next watercolor workshop with Kathy is from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. July 11th. The cost is $95. To sign up, you can visit villageartworkshops.com. Beverly and Wanda Boyd have also started a fine art society in the Villages. That group started in October, and they already have 70 members.
Our guidelines is it has to be oil, acrylic, or watercolor on a flat surface, and that is our guideline, with a little variation here and there, but that's what we're doing. We meet the third Thursday of every month, and our main goal in that meeting is to plan and organize to have 2 fine art shows a year. Our first fine art show is going to be October 7th at Eisenhower from 4 to 9, and it's open to the public, and we're going to have a bar and some little food, and we're displaying everybody's art. It has to be an original piece, and it has to be for sale.
The Fine Art Society group meets 10 a.m. the third Thursday of each month at Eisenhower Recreation. To learn even more, you can visit fineartsocietythevillages.com. Up next, we head inside a fun exercise class. We'll be right back.
G50, G50.
B15, bingo! In your face, Earl!
She said G50. I got bingo.
When you have hearing problems, it's the little details you miss.
We can help. Take our 7-day free trial. In your face, Earl.
Elite Hearing Centers of America. From hearing problems to hearing solutions.
Rocking. Dancing.
Shake your body, baby, do that conga.
Relaxing. Or romancing. Thank you for listening to Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
The best mix of music, the songs you love. Your Village's soundtrack, WVLG.
There are so many different ways you can stay active in this community. One way you can do just that while also having some fun is a hula hoop workout, 10 a.m. Thursdays at Big Cypress Recreation. Residents at Trinity Springs, a nonprofit senior living community, got a mood boost thanks to some adorable canines. Members of Hearts of Gold therapy team took 5 golden retrievers to the facility last week to cheer everyone up. Angel, an English cream golden retriever, was excited to put on her blue therapy vest and get to work. Her owner, Tom Roll of the Village of St. Catherine, says Angel sees it as an all-day massage for her, as she loves to sit down and be petted all day. Angel has been part of the therapy team in the Villages since the group started in 2019. Trinity Springs Activities Assistant Karen Main says this therapy team visits them once a month and they all look forward to it. She says it's heartwarming to watch the interactions and see everyone enjoying themselves. She says the dogs make everyone happy and this is the best part of their month as the visit makes their day. Barbara Bergner says the dogs just love it as they are doing something good for the people who live there. We'll be back with more news from Florida's friendliest hometown.
Stay with us. More Villages lifestyle news is coming up right after this on VNN.
Is diabetes ruining your life? Diabetes Relief Care, located in Majuvia Life Centers on 441 and Lady Lake, can help you get back to your active lifestyle. With our diabetes treatment, insulin is administered as a hormone rather than a drug. Majuvia will co-manage your individualized care plan with your doctor for treatment, testing, and clinical results. Call for a private consultation and see how our diabetes treatment can help you. And yes, we accept Medicare. Visit drcvillages.com or call 352-644-9512.
This is VNN.
Harmonica players in this community partnered up with Camp Villages Friday to host a Harmonica Basics activity at Seabreeze Recreation. Let's listen in. The construction industry is thriving in Central Florida, and local high school students are getting their feet in the door. The Academy of Construction Technologies is a pre-apprenticeship organization based in Orlando, and around 30 students who are part of the program this year are from Lake and Sumter counties. Romac Building Supply has been a supporter of the program, and it has 3 ACT pre-apprentices this year. Wildwood Middle High School senior Tavion Gibson is one of them. He has been shifting around the departments of Romac Distribution's site in Wildwood. Romac Distribution General Manager Justin Cooper says the apprenticeship has been good as they have got a young, respectful individual, and they have given him the opportunity to see what the work field is like, giving him a lot of experience. He says it's getting harder and harder to find people who want to do this kind of work, so he sees the pre-apprenticeship program as a good recruitment opportunity for the business. It's time now for a brief commercial break. We'll be right back.
You want to enjoy your home, we know. To live well is to eat well. Knox Restorations knows you want a beautiful kitchen to enjoy your favorite meals with your family. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we can make it happen. Bathroom? We work with trusted brands and American-made materials for a squeaky clean result. Family owned and operated for over 14 years, experienced craftsmen and design consultants. We stand on it. We'll make you look like a million. It's up to you what you tell your neighbors. And much more. So relax. Doc's Restorations will take care of it all for you. One company, one source, one solution.
Broadcasting and streaming live from Lake Sumter Landing in a small building with big windows near the water. AM 640, 102.7 and 104.5 FM. Your soundtrack to the Villages. WVLG Wildwood.
This weekend, you can find unique creations at the 3rd Annual Brownwood Paddock Square Art and Craft Festival. There's going to be a wide assortment of handmade goods set up under white tents around the square for you to see. This will include clothing, artwork, pet products, personalized gifts, and so much more. This free event is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, again at Brownwood Paddock Square. The town of Lady Lake is ready to host an event that is sure to go off with a bang. They are having its inaugural fireworks celebration on Saturday. There's going to be an 18-minute fireworks show that is scheduled to begin at 9:15 at the Guava Street Athletic Complex near the Lady Lake Public Library. The festivities will get underway at 5 p.m. with food trucks, bounce houses, and live music at the athletic complex. The fireworks will then be set off over a private property along U.S. Highway 27-441 in the vicinity of Lady Lake Town Hall and should be visible throughout the town. Let's check in on some Hollywood happenings now. Here's Mark Edward Willows with this week's entertainment news update.
Hello again, everyone. Mark Edward Willows with you here with the latest in entertainment news. Well, the Pat Sajak saga is continuing, and as you know, the host has announced that he will be leaving Wheel of Fortune next year after 41 years, and the list of possible contenders is growing. We now have Sherry Shepherd added to the list, and as you know, Sherry was one of the former co-hosts of ABC's The View. So right now we have Sherry Shepherd, we have Whoopi Goldberg, we have Ryan Seacrest, and many others are coming aboard. Ike Turner Jr. was arrested last week in Texas. He is the son of the late great Tina Turner and Ike Turner. He was charged with drug possession, and when the police caught up with him, he apparently was eating the drugs. So charges have been filed, and we will see where that goes. Taylor Swift having such success with her concerts in America that she has decided to take the show international. France, Italy, Singapore, Spain will just be some of the places that she will be visiting. So Taylor Swift is going to be one busy gal. Ken Jennings returning back his hosting duties on Jeopardy. As you know, it kind of goes back and forth. They still cannot find a host. It goes between Ken Jennings and Mia Bialik, and right now they still did not officially pick a regular host. So right now, Ken is back at the chair, and we will see how long that lasts. The writer's strike still going on in Hollywood, and word is that on June the 30th, the actors will be walking out. So, like I said, I think Rerun City, here we come. Remember Joyce DeWitt from the old show Three's Company, where she played Janet Wood back in the 70s and early 80s? Well, anyway, she's still back on the scene. Different color hair. Actually, she has gone natural, and I must say she looks simply beautiful. But anyway, she put out a country music video, and that is going to be released soon to the public. So, Joyce DeWitt, still in the entertainment business. And right now, that is the latest in the entertainment business. I am Mark Willows. Everyone out there, take care. Have a great week, and I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.
The Villages is the place to be when it comes to great musical entertainment. And these are the bands ready to perform for you on Wednesday. That's all the news we have for you now. Make sure to pick up a copy of Wednesday's Daily Sun for a 4th of July travel forecast. Get out there and enjoy the Village's active lifestyle.
Thanks for watching your VNN Lifestyle News Show.
When it comes to sudden onset hearing loss, it's idiopathic, right? We don't really know for sure what causes it. The leading theory is there's a very small blood supply to the inner ear. When the blood is blocked or can't get through for just a little bit of time, it kills or damages parts of the cochlea, the basilar membrane, and the outer hair cell. Steroids are designed, right, to blow everything open. You do a high dose for 10 to 12 days. If the duration of time is short enough between onset of the sudden hearing loss and the steroid therapy, it just works 72, 76% of the time, up to 76% of the time. So that's why we say don't delay. Does it always work? No, but the sooner you start, the better your chances.